Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to break down this really powerful framework for turning messy, chaotic challenges into actual, tangible innovation. We'll walk through a four-stage process that basically gives you a clear path from that initial feeling of confusion all the way to creating something truly impactful. And really, this is the core question for any team, any project, any individual, right? How do you get from a place of friction and just total confusion to a point of clear, productive creation? The roadmap we're about to walk through offers a really structured answer to that exact problem. So, where does a journey like this even begin? Well, stage one is all about embracing chaos. And I know that sounds a little counterintuitive. Our first instinct is usually to impose order right away. But this framework argues that you first have to really understand the mess, the friction, the real user challenges, before you can ever hope to solve them. The whole guiding philosophy here is something called design thinking. And what that really means is instead of starting with a solution in mind, you start with people. It's all about a deep commitment to empathy, to really truly understanding the user's problem before you even start building anything. This human-centered approach is, well, it's the bedrock of the entire process. You see, this framework completely reframes what chaos is. That friction, that confusion, all that frustration, that isn't the problem you need to avoid. That's the fuel. It's the spark that signals a real need for change. So in this system, chaos isn't a bug. It's a feature. It's where all the good stuff begins. Okay, but you can't just stay in chaos forever, obviously. So stage two is about taking all that initial energy and channeling it by building a solid framework. This is where you create the structure and the culture you need to turn that raw frustration into really productive action. And that culture? It's built on what they call the 3 Ps. It all starts with a crystal clear purpose. That's your why. That purpose then informs your process. That's the how. And both of those exist to serve the people, the who. Purpose, process, people. And it has to be in that order. Now, to support the people, there's the 3C framework. This is all about making sure everyone is developing in a really balanced, holistic way. It kicks off with the right attitude or mindset, which is then guided by logic and solid reasoning. And finally, it's put into practice through technique, or, the actual skills and application. This whole system is kept alive and kicking by 5 pillars of learning. And it's this amazing reinforcing loop. You learn and you upskill, which then allows you to innovate. Then you involve other people and you network, which brings in all these new ideas. And that starts the whole learning process all over again. It just keeps feeding itself. And here's something crucial. This framework recognizes that innovation isn't just about the work. It's all supported by a focus on holistic well-being, things like health, hobbies, and sports. The idea is simple. A healthy, engaged person is a more creative and resilient innovator. It's literally the backbone of the entire structure. All right, so with that foundation and framework firmly in place, we can move to stage 3, fueling innovation. This is where the system really comes alive and becomes a true engine for growth and for getting real-world results. A key initiative here is called Innovation 7+7, which is all about creating 15 industry-focused clubs. The goal is super straightforward: break down that wall between theory and practice. These clubs create a direct pipeline for applied innovation and collaboration with real-world partners. And to build skills that are truly future-ready, this roadmap doesn't just, mention AI. It actually integrates generative AI into every single aspect of learning. It's treated as a fundamental tool for teaching, for research, for project development, making sure students are totally fluent in the tech that's shaping their future. So what's the result of all this? Certified talents. Graduates don't just walk away with a degree. They have a whole portfolio of cross-disciplinary certifications that make them truly job-ready from day one. That's a game changer. And that brings us to the final stage, achieving excellence. This is where all the previous pieces of the puzzle come together to create a sustainable ecosystem that is just designed for continuous creation and success. 1,000. So what does this number represent? It's not just some random figure, it's the very heart of a massive, long-term mission that all of this hard work has been building towards. And there it is, the 10-year mission to nurture 1,000 AI-based startups. This quote just captures the philosophy perfectly. The human-centered logic of design thinking gives you the approach, and the incredible power of AI provides the scale to make a goal this ambitious actually achievable. Now, a mission this huge needs to be tracked, and that's done with smart OKRs, specific, measurable goals. And to keep the momentum going, the system uses gamification to make the whole journey engaging, to track key milestones, and to celebrate those achievements along the way. The final piece that really holds all of this together is fostering a growth mindset. And this brings the entire roadmap full circle. It combines that empathy from design thinking with the raw power of AI to create a culture of true adaptability and lifelong learning. So, we've journeyed from chaos all the way to excellence. Let's just pull back for a second and look at the true goal of this entire system. What's it all for?
This table shows the whole system at a glance. Just look at the progression of the outcomes on the right. It starts with an individual innovation mindset, which then grows into a collective, strong culture. That culture produces industry-ready talent, which ultimately builds an entire entrepreneurial ecosystem. It's a model that's literally designed to scale impact from one person to the whole community.
So, this is the ultimate why. The purpose is to completely transform education by bridging that frustrating gap to employability. It's about building a culture where creativity isn't just encouraged, it's systematic. It is, in the end, the complete realization of that journey from chaos to creation. Now, this specific roadmap was designed for an educational institution, but its principles are pretty universal, don't you think? It leaves us with a really powerful question. With the right framework, can any challenge we face, no matter how chaotic it seems, become an opportunity for meaningful creation? Thanks for tuning in.